Hello, hello, friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another superb Sunday. And this is Power Time. Welcome again. This is Sharon Herbert, the Power RN, coming to you live from Power in Nursing. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining us today. And let's go ahead and get started. I want to welcome you all and, of course, encourage you to making comments and asking questions. And really, one more time, once and again, it's about you. It's about nurses. It's about nursing. And as this is November of 2024, we've had some serious business going on in the world, and especially in the world of nursing and healthcare and, of course, the United States. And there are special events that have happened this month that really may make a difference in your life, my life, and the lives of the folks in our communities. Well, COVID isn't really over. Well, the pandemic is done. But again, nurses have been kind of pushed to the side. I want to say, stepped on, stomped on, but we have to take that power back. Remember, you have the power within you to do what is necessary to keep your community safe and promote and encourage health and wellness. We're not saying we have to be rocket scientists or surgeons or any of those things, but we are here for a special reason. And so today, let's talk about that. Nurses' uniqueness makes a difference. And funny, I was at a dinner yesterday and someone asked me, well, what was going on with doctors and especially those medical school folks. Why they asked me why they can't talk to people and why they can't, seem to have a care in the world about talking and communicating with their teammates, maybe nurses, and or patients. And I said, oh my. Well, that's going to be a question you can answer for yourself. It won't take very long as we've just come away from June. So, June, new medical residents, new nurse graduates. It's just a montage of different people. But let's get back to the business because nurses and nursing is unique. And nursing makes a difference. That uniqueness. It is the funniest thing. I not haha always funny, but as in strange. Why do people always say that nurses are different? Nurses are still people. We are still people. So remember today. Today is made for this message. The uniqueness of nurses makes a difference. And this message is for you. It's a message from my nurse friends and my nurse family. Remember, to you all, you are the world. Nurses are a unique cast of people. Don't you believe so? I believe that if you have been chosen, and there is a choice, we'll talk about that, you are unique. There's something special or different about you, different than other people in the world, different than baseball players, chess uh, superstars, and, truck drivers. You're so different. You are unique servants of the world, servants of the people, queens and kings of healthcare. you are serving the world. You are unique. You are unique servants of people, the people that need you. And that's why you have been chosen. And you have been chosen to do a special assignment. That comes along with your infusion. Did you even know about that? Infusion of power. Power. Power that is necessary to do the job that is your assignment. You're all about health and wellness, saving and service, compassion and care. And that job that you have must be done. There is no, I'll do it later, I'll think about it. And nurses have struggled. We have struggled and often gone down with the ship, like COVID. Like COVID, how many nurses died? How many nurses died during COVID? And it is a number we don't want to really think about, but it is true. And his nurses have struggled as through COVID. We can't just keep going down with the ship. We just can't keep dying. We are unique. We have characteristics that are specific to those who care and serve. And you can't buy those. You can't find them like the penny on the side of the street. We do this because of who we are, of the compassion, care, and love that is inside of us. You can't be a nurse if you don't have those special characteristics. And we know that. And that's what helps us work our way through whatever is necessary to care for the community without, always too much grumbling. Every now and again we have a moment, but remembering that the health challenges and sickness in the world is really the platform that pushes us. We're past guiding. It's pushing. It's pushing nurses. And we're here because we have been chosen. No one is doing this because it's so much fun and free time and all of that. We know who we are, and we know who needs our help and our care. And nurses are those special, special people who serve, having special characteristics that we all know: compassion, care, service. You have to have patience and gratitude, humility, honesty, willingness. A so long list of those things. And that's why you and I have been chosen to be nurses, to get the job done, to take on the assignments, to save and to serve through the day and through the night. Are there many other career paths that you know that work days, nights, weekends, holidays, and still keep doing it for 20, 30, 40 years? Remember the gifts that you have and the reason that you have been chosen for this special assignment. The uniqueness of you. The uniqueness of you. And if you don't think about patience with a CE, take a moment and think about patience with a CE, especially through the COVID pandemic. And before that, it was RSV and flu. But nurses continue to make the world a better place. It's who we are. It's what we do. And we are those people those special people who are gifted to take on the assignment. That's why we're here. That's why you're here. And that's why I'm here. We are gifted with ways to get things done. People can tell us no, like in COVID, there weren't enough supplies. Uh huh. All right, there weren't enough isolation gowns. So nurses made isolation gowns out of trash bags. Those long trash bags that you've seen in different places, whether it's in lawn care or environmental services. Nurses made isolation gowns. And they can't call on us to stop working and you don't need supplies. We can make something out of nothing. And when you get back to your organization, ask ask someone who's been there a bit of time a story to tell you about not having enough something. Not enough nurses, not enough unit clerks, not enough supplies, not enough of fill in the blank. But we can figure it out. You know, when there is an emptiness and also a huge need for something, ask a nurse. Ask a nurse. It's the way we work and it's who we are to complete the assignment. If we lack something on the first time, we'll find another way. We will find another way. We didn't have gowns, so we used trash bags. We didn't have uh, enough IV tubing to go from the patient's bed to the door in any isolation room for COVID. So, there was this fabulous, creative nurse who made a triplicate IV tubing that went from the patient, line number one, add line number two, add line number three. It goes out through the doorway so that you can access the patient's IV tubing to give a medication without reaching for the resources or isolation gowns that you didn't have. So those are the things we do. And we create the answers to those questions by reaching each other. We're doing it together. We each know that we don't have enough supplies, and someone has a special thought or gift or characteristic, and we share to lead each other. And we lead together to grow and to save and to serve. And our goal is, in essence, to make the world right, to make the world okay. We are strong, and it is still in the world. People don't know who nurses are, what nurses do, and ooh-wee, how can we change that? Can we tell people exactly who we are? I am a registered nurse, and I'm here today, you say your name, to take care of X, to make sure you have your medications for discharge and you have the instruction. Whatever it is, tell your clients who you are and what you do for them and how you can serve them today. Ask if they have a question. That does not take long. But we keep going and going and going and going. We are strong. We are creative. We work together. And we have courage. We have courage. Sometimes you have to muster it up when you know that there's a challenge coming your way. But we are strong. We are responsible. And We speak for our clients and customers. We speak and we stand. To lead, you must do both. You must. You can't say later, maybe tomorrow. You must do the it now to make a difference in the world. You have to make sure that your patient who is now being discharged has the directions and instructions for discharge planning, and that they understand when they're supposed to take their medication, what the medication is, and what to do next about follow up with their physician. These are easy things we know, and so nobody can stop us. No one can stop us from doing what we know to do for our customers and clients. How does what we do affect others, whether it's our clients or our colleagues? If you have new grads, you help them to understand each day new information, new how to, do's, and don'ts. You can't say, well, later. We take care to solve the problems and to answer the questions. These are the unique characteristics of you. And acknowledge whatever the assignment is that you have. We celebrate the good. We've completed that discharge and the client has been well served. And then you're going to have the bad, that short staffing issue when you've worked 3 16s in a row and you're tired. Acknowledge the bad. And sometimes it is, as we say, a piece of paper. It's a guideline, it's a rule, but it can be revised. We will help solve the problems. And then we go to work. We go to work and we bring our gifts to the table to put the solution together and make a change. Change matters. You can't go without isolation gowns for very long, like not at all. If you don't have the supplies, you are at risk. Your patient is at risk. Your colleagues are at risk. The organization is at risk. Everybody is at risk. And that's a scary place to be. Fear. And fear cannot hold us back. We are functioning and we must function based on the truth. And the truth is the programs and the nursing process, the things we learned and the things we know. Not taking those shortcuts. Be careful with those thoughts. We have to go by what we've learned and what we already know. Those principles like, the scientific processes, the way we serve is by what we've learned. Don't start making up things now. We already know, and we serve the way that we know. That is the purpose, of course, of your education and, of course, your beloved NCLEX. It is the way to determine how you will choose to serve in any scenario. That's what we've learned. And we care. And we care the way that we have known. Save the way that we know. And we serve the way that we know. We know that our love for our clients and customers, our compassion and care for our colleagues as well will grow as we go, continuing along with the processes and programs and guidelines that we know. Those are all based on safety and service and care. And so there is your assignment: safety, service, and care. And here is the cohort of the unique persons who are graced with the assignment that they have been given based on their characteristics. We are chosen because we are the best. We are the best, and we meet our assignments. And my first thought or memory was, for me, I may have told you a quick story about I chose to be a nurse when I was 5 years old. In kindergarten, when the teacher asked the class what we wanted to be, and I chose nurse. I really didn't know a lot about nursing, but even though I'm well past 5 years old, I will never forget that day. And I can't even challenge anyone to go back to 5 years old to remember what you were thinking, because it's a probably an interesting response. Might not be for TV. But as I said, when you grow up, you're uh, able to see lots of things that you never thought of, or when you were 4 or 3, you never thought of any of this stuff. And even at 5, it just might be the 3 things that you know. But as you grow, you learn more, you see more, and you experience more about the world and about yourself. And working through nursing to become a registered nurse is no easy feat. Let me tell you, it is not easy, but faith and focus will guide you along the way. We must continue to do what nursing is designed to do. Now, every now and again, we have to make a little shift. But in essence, no one and nothing, no robot can replace you. The care and the service that you provide to your customer families, and your colleagues, your teammates, so many others that you must communicate with and collaborate with to serve and care for your customers. And no one can stop you except you. So let's get rid of the fear that you won't get it right, the fear that someone will be mad at you, the fear that the doctor is not going to answer your question, or to tell you that you can't talk during rounds, or to just ignore you during rounds, the fear that you don't feel valued. You just can't understand why your leaders or your C-suite executives don't understand why you ask for more nurses. You're short all the time, and you don't understand why they tell you no. There are so many people in the world that need you, and so many people are waiting for you. And today, just today, I just had to come here and tell you and share this message. The Power RN is me. I have a few other stories to tell, but I'm going to tell you this. I cannot stop. I cannot stop coming on this platform and sharing and caring with you. Nurses are invaluable. Nurses cannot be replaced. Honor yourself and your presence and your value and your worth. Tell the world who you are and what you do. And tell them clearly you help save lives. You help keep people healthy and well. You are not the maid. You are not the housekeeper. And keep that dirty word just out of your vocabulary. I cannot stop sharing this with you until it's done. Until it's done. Here's your reminder. And it's not very hard. You will see me day after day after day after day reminding you you are worthy. You are good. And that is who we are and what we do. Remember when we talked about the gowns made out of trash bags. Remember that we keep going and we keep making something out of nothing. We are creative and solutions are our business. One of our only businesses. Solutions, solving problems. Creativity, creating the 3-piece IV tubing. Remember how we share the spirit of care. It's important that we encourage and inspire and motivate each other. And leadership is not just a one-night stand, and it's not just for one person. We work leadership skills together, and we make our goals and the skill set transferable. It's not just for one. That is how we learn to lead and grow, and especially help new nurses come on board. That word is together. Together we lead. Leadership requires togetherness, and it requires more than one person. So don't be afraid to raise your hand and have something to share, or to ask a question, or to determine you're going to take a certain number of minutes or time to go over the medication list with your person who's being discharged. Don't just give them a piece of paper, and help your new grad learn the ways as well. That is your steps. And that last one that we talked about, making the plan that's a little bit outside the box. Courage. Courage. You will need courage, but it's a gift that's already inside of you. There's a platform that has been placed inside you and your heart that will help you grow. It is who you are, or you would never have made it through to becoming a fabulous, fabulous, creative, courageous, leader-driven registered nurse. So it's the parts of what we do that we do over and over and over again in order to let people know who we are, You know, you're a role model. So people have got to see what you do. You can't just hide. And we've got to do it more and more and more and more. We are unique. So make sure that you remember your uniqueness, your qualities, and the qualifications inside of you were placed for a reason. You are a gifted, creative, courageous leader. Leader driven, compassion and care and serving and saving individual. You are unique and you are the light of the healthcare world. Nothing can move without your help, without your participation, without your thoughts, without your solutions, without your innovations, without your weekends, nights, and holidays. We are unique. So here's what we must do. Remember, speak up, stand up, show up, and make a difference in the lives of the community. That means internal organizations and external organizations. You might just be at the library or at the grocery store. You can find a place to do public health work, doing flu shots, COVID immunizations. Be available. It's time to get back to the battlefield. So let's get our armor. Making a difference is so important. Get your armor. I'll meet you on the battlefield. Thank you for sharing with Sharon Herbert, the Power RN. It is power time, and you are unique. We have a banner to share, and it is just not one on the processes behind the gates and with I need a raise. We do what we do, and you will earn your value. We must have clear goals and strategies to support our reflection. It's really a reflection. What the community and the public sees about nurses, it's a reflection. Let's make that reflection clear where people understand who we are and what we do. Speak up, stand up, and show up as you continue to serve and save. This is the Power N, Power RN. See you next time. Bring your questions. We've got much more to do.